Hi everyone, it's Rachel from Don't Crop Me Now. I have just popped round to the plot because although it's been raining all day, it had stopped and I plan to pick a few little bits and bobs to put in the salad with the red currants for tea. Unfortunately, I don't know if you can see, it started raining again, so I'm going to pick these as quick as I can. So let's see what I can find. I think I'll definitely take a few of these larger spring onions. So maybe some of these ones here might actually be proper main crop onions that I just put in very close together and very late. I'm not sure. I'll just take, maybe that one there might even grow bigger. So let's take these, some nice green bits on. So that's a start. Let's see what else there is. I've got two of the world's smallest courgettes. There's one there and there's one there, but I think I'm going to leave them to get a bit bigger. I'm not going to pick those. I was hoping there might have been one, so that's a bit of disappointment. So let's keep going. I definitely wanted a bit of greens and I pulled up a lot of the spinach because it's going to seed. So I'm going to take some of these really nice looking beetroot leaves. So you can use these in the same way you would as spinach as a green. So just don't take all the leaves off one plant because obviously it's not going to thrive very well if you do that. So I'm just going to take a few, not many. I just want something chopped and green in there. A few of these leaves here. Some of these pencil green beans, the cobra type, we saw earlier in the week are starting to set. So I wonder, I can just get a few of these. They look really good. Perfect. Let's try that. Isn't that nice? I'll keep going a bit. Actually, it's more than you think. I'll be honest, you probably get a few meals off this if you keep going down here, but I just want a few for the salad. This is the smallest path on this bit here. Oh, look at those. Very good. Put them down on the floor for a sec. Get a few of these. The more you pick your beans, the more they'll grow. They're not a lot. Getting quite wet here. This is what having an allotment does to you. It's absolutely chucking it down and you'll still come down just to get a tiny bit to put in a salad. Just because everybody needs a bit of spice in their life, I'm definitely going to put a chilli in this salad. If I can get in here, because I've put all the garlic in here for drying. Let me just... It's boiling in here. Here's a nice long one. Wow, look at these. Crazy. Maybe I won't take the really long one because it'll be a lot. And they're starting to redden up, these. Look at that. Anyway, Rachel, this is not a video about the chilies. I'm just going to take one, like that smaller one there. That one. This parsley is looking great. So I'm definitely going to take some of this, just a few of the leaves. There we go. So here is my little collection I'm going to take home. I think that is enough for now because I'm getting absolutely soaked. So I'm going to head back home and start making my salad. So I'm back from the plot and I prepared all my ingredients. So I'm just going to show you how I'll put this salad together using the red currants. So we're starting off with this base of a type of grain that is called freekah. So it's something that's not really seen much in UK cooking. I first found this when I did a Syrian based party for some friends and it's used a lot in recipes there, but it's really, really tasty. So if you see there, it's toasted cracked grains and they've got a slightly nutty taste. That's a pretty good description. It's a bit of a smoky taste actually as well. So they're really nice. So just cook them as in the packet instructions, and that's what we've got in here. If you don't have freekah grains or you don't fancy that, you could use anything else. You could use rice, you could use bulgur wheat, you could use any sort of grain really that you wanted to use. So it doesn't have to be this. This is just one of my favourites. And we're going to add the other ingredients. So what we've got is various green things, the stuff I collected from the plot. So this is the shredded beetroot leaves, which is a bit like spinach. There's a tiny little chopped green chilli there and some spring onions. So we'll put those in. A few more green bits. So that is chopped flatly parsley. And these are the green beans that I've just been steamed for a couple of minutes, so they're still quite crunchy. Use my fingers for that, it's easier. I've got some mushrooms that we sauteed in a tiny bit of olive oil. Again, you can put anything you want in this. So we just had some mushrooms in the fridge, that's why I'm putting them in. But again, you could put bits of meat if you wanted in there. And we've got some halloumi here that has been grilled with a bit of our homemade chili chutney on. So that should be quite nice and spicy. So if you think of your flavour balances, you've got here some heat, you've got some saltiness and some spiciness. So that makes a nice balance in your cooking. So I'll put that in. We've got the red currants. There's probably about 100 grams of fresh red currants here. So the inspiration for this recipe is more sort of that Middle Eastern style, where they might use pomegranates and then lots of green herbs in a sort of grainy salad. Same sort of thing really there. And then if you were looking at something like this Middle Eastern style salad, they might use pine nuts, but I haven't got any pine nuts in and they're really expensive. These are sunflower seeds, not my own sunflower seeds from the plot, but there is a zero waste shop that is near where we live. It's called Goodness Zero Waste if you are local to South Manchester, and it's got really good ethos and lots of interesting things. It's not too expensive. So what I will do is I'm going to add some of them. So that's a bit like the pine nuts equivalent, because my cooking style just tends to be looking at a balance with whatever we've got. And then give that a stir. It's pretty good already actually. And then just a little bit of a dressing. When I cooked the freekah grains, I did put a teaspoon of salt in there, so I'm not going to put any more salt in, and obviously the halloumi is salty as well. But that was a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? Don't do this, guys. I guess you have to show when things go really bad. Shall I blame the person that put the lid on, but then realise that was me? So I'm going to take these out. Obviously, you must like a lot of pepper. There are a few peppercorns in there. So we'll just discard that bit. I guess you have to show the disasters, don't you? That's on now. You know what? You have to laugh, because if not, we won't be having any dinner tonight. So there might be the odd black peppercorn in there, but not too many, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'll put a tiny bit more olive oil in there. And in the cupboard we had some pomegranate molasses, which is a Middle Eastern style cooking ingredient. It's got quite a nice sour tang to it. So there's only a little bit left in this bottle. I'm going to put that in as well. That will do. And good job that portion size was quite big, because we had to take half of it out. So there is our dinner for tonight. Half the peppercorns are on the floor. But you know they say on social media, show the good and the bad. So I hope you enjoyed that and it gave you a good laugh, and maybe gave you a bit of inspiration for using random ingredients that you've got that you might have on your plot. So take care everyone, bye.